Racing here at Richmond. 3 to go. These guys are going to battle it out.
Crackhead with a real good restart. Simple got a heck of a jump on the out.
Coming around for 2 to go. Brown looking for that 48. Fought his way back up to the front. He's on his inside, looking on his inside. 48 blocking right there. Oh,
Crackhead better be ready.
He tapped him. He did. He tapped him. And that is going to be a win for the number 10 of A. Brown, tapping the number 48. 48 is not going to be happy, trying to take him out right there after the race. Two laps to go here at Kansas for the Outlaw Performance 150, ladies and gentlemen. 32 diving down low on the 95. We're going to have a battle on the final lap here. Here we go, 32, 95 side by side. No more yellow flags, just straight horsepower. Here we go, back through the backstretch. Let's see who's going to take this one home. I'm hoping they keep it as clean as possible. 32. Looks like he's got to slow down a little bit. 48 down low. 32. Oh, is he able to get it? No, the 95 clutches the win. Dustin Haynes is able to take it home here at Kansas. Looking forward to seeing what these guys got. Tash has been up front all day. She's been doing a great job. Here we go, 3 to go, green, white, checkered, green flag. Number 5 is going to take us out. 12, looking on the outside of the number 5. A little early to be looking, but he's looking.
Walt needs help.
Yeah, it looks like he was about to jump out there and help Walt. Most likely, if Walt gets too close, 12 is going to wind up jumping out to that outside line, expectedly. Caswell back up in that 17, back up in the 4th spot. He's not looking to lose anything.
Oh, 3 trucks to the outside.
Number 17 of Caswell looking to push back up front again. They're going to be with Walter and that 71 back there. 71. John Van Blaircom. That's, oh no! Oh no, no, no.
Oh, they took a white flag.
They took the white flag. That was a white flag. It was. We're going racing. That was a bad incident. We will jump back and look at that incident here in a moment, ladies and gentlemen. But we're going to go ahead and watch the finish of this race with a bunch of drivers gunning it down the back end right now. Here we go. These 6 drivers are going to put on a show. 5 on the outside, inside, 17 on the outside. Walsh the high deck is going to be pushing that number 17. 12 behind the number 5. 12 not going to be able to look. I don't know if he's going to be able to look to the outside. 12 is going to be pushing the number 5 across the finish line. And we have a big crash right up into the catch fence. Amazing job by the number 5 to stay out front, getting pushed by that number 12 of Bryce Fontaine. 27 of Bryce Fontaine, sorry. Great job, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to go ahead and get to our driver interview. The number 8 and the number 66 are fighting hard for P2 here. 8 not trying. Oh, and they door bang a little bit right there. Ellswick probably able to get the run.
Ellswick has the run on the outside.
8 still not letting go. 66 riding that middle line, seeing if he can go ahead and take it home.
Coming to the white.
Final lap, ladies and gentlemen. It's a dragneck battle for the second place here. 8, 66 side by side coming in for the last lap here.
66 still side by side with the 8. He's going to get the drive down off the hill. The 8's going to try to work him up the track, try to take that line away from him. The 66 still rolling off the top. The 8's going to get a little tight here. He's going to drive to the bottom. The 66 is going to be a drag race to the finish line. And it goes low.
Oh! Close finish. Ellswick goes ahead and takes that second place, but our winner, Thomas Coonan, coming out and dominating this race at Las Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. You just got to calm down, not get into that.
In. Don't worry about what's behind you. Just keep looking forward.
That's right. You know his heart is pumping 2,000 beats a minute right now. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to come around for the last lap. White flag is about to fly here in a moment. White flag. No more cautions. 28 or 48 out front. 42 up into the wall. Jonas Seawright able to gain a little bit of momentum on that, but he is unfortunately going to be still 8 seconds back. 48 coming around for the last time here at Rockingham.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Good work, boys, up in the booth. Thank you guys all for showing up tonight. Craig had an amazing job out on.
Sun's going down and the reason is where I belong. Discord's lit and the drivers are here. This is GEC, there's no room for fear. Green flag drops and the engines roar. 40 cars and we all want more. Mash the gases, we're on the line. 4 wide and we're feeling fine. Drifting close in a slipstream dance. Taking the corners in a high-speed trance. Try over
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Nashville Super Speedway here at the THDesigns GEC Truck Series for the Music City Meltdown 160. We're glad to have you here. As always, I'm Shay Cochran up in the booth. Got Joe Barrow and Dusty Haynes with me tonight. How you guys doing?
I'm on the right side of the dirt, so I can't complain.
Way more
Breathing
energized
air.
than last week, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's been already dramatic before the races even started. iRacing rolled out the biggest update I can remember, over 120 gigabytes of new cars, tracks, UIs, graphic settings, you name it. Huge update today, so you're going to have to kind of just walk through it with us. If we hit any snags, everything's a little different. All the buttons are there, but they're in the wrong place for our brains, so we're going to be doing our best here to keep up with it. We've got the drivers in qualifying right now. They've got about 2 minutes to go there, and then we will jump on the grid and walk through that. Yeah, so let's take a look at our race info here tonight. We're at the Nashville Super Speedway, 1.3 miles around this track. I wouldn't say it's high banked. I wouldn't say it's flat. It's kind of right in the middle, and multi-lanes. Great racing. You can get door to door without, spinning around right away. We're going to run 120 laps with a stage at lap 48. As usual, we've got 60% fuel and one fast repair. Pretty cool here night in Nashville, 68 degrees in the air, 95% humidity, and then track temp is just 70 degrees. So there's going to be a lot of grip out there. Not as hot as some of our previous races during the day. Should be a pretty exciting one. We take a look back at last week's race. Cameron Craighead picked up his third win of the season. He is leading the points and starting to run away with it. Jonathan Hammond and Michael Boyd, the only other drivers to get wins this year. So everyone chasing Craighead in that 33 truck. See if anybody else can challenge him tonight. Looks like we're going to have about a 23 truck field based on everybody that's signed in here tonight. Could be an exciting one. So before we see the results of qualifying, let's do our picks. My pick here tonight going to be, let's see, who feels good? I'm going to go with a newer driver, Shelton. Going to be my pick tonight. I think he's just got that newcomer luck. And we'll see what he can do. Joe, who's going to be your pick tonight?
I'm going to go with old Pappy Gallman. Kent Gallman Sr.
Not a bad choice.
He's a little quick here.
Dusty, how about you?
Man, I'm not too sure. Think I'm gonna have to go with probably Hammond, to be honest with you.
Not a bad choice either. So your guys' picks, Hammond and Gallman going to start on the front row here tonight, and Shelton starting in 9th. Waiting for the last few drivers to get into their trucks and onto the grid. We're going to go ahead and kick off our national anthem for the night. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night right, we're going to be coming back to 1 to green. Hammond and Gallman up front here at Nashville Super Speedway in the Music City Meltdown 160. Pace truck is off. Drivers are on the move through that Echo Park starting zone. Hammond off to a great start, as Michael Boyd comes right with him and shoots right around to the lead.
I think Gallman started in the wrong gear.
Gallman all the way back to 4th. And it looks like Hammond actually got a black flag on the start. On top of that, we've got our first caution of the night here on lap 1. McMillan and Shelton both involved. Yancey and Kahn off track. And with that, we're going to go back and take a look. We are riding on board with Scotty Yancey in the 9. Go ahead and speed it up. The issue was in front of him. He narrowly avoids contact with another truck through the grass. Oh, and into the wall. Go back and see what happened maybe from McMillan's standpoint. He's actually right behind the 68. How about... Here we go. It's the 11, it looks like. Gets loose on turn exit. The 7 gets in the back of him, and then he's spinning back through the field. Collects McMillan. Como, the 47. It's a little bit of everybody. Actually want to go back. Let's watch from that 9 truck's cockpit, because this was maybe the good hands move of the race to avoid just completely T-boning the 11. He is going to make contact with the inside wall, but I think that was a lot better than the contact he was about to have with that truck. Again, we get 1 fast repair here in the THDesigns GEC Truck Series. I think Yancey's going to need it. So,
Man, I had a good quit, but I had my mic muted.
that happens sometimes. So, disaster strikes early for a number of drivers, as 4 of them are in the pits for some extended repairs. That's Scotty Yancey, Robert McMillan, Kahn, and Como.
You got that, Dusty? I think McMillan needed a black clear.
And it looks like Hammond, who started on pole, got a black flag at the restart, or at the start of the race. Right here. I'm not sure if he went early or was speeding. I mean, we've seen black flags be given to the outside truck when they jump the restart on the leader, but to be given to the leader like that, I'm not exactly sure. And that's going to be a penalty he's got to serve under green. So Hammond's still in P2 right now, but going to have to come down pit road, I'm guessing. I'm a little afraid to ask race control about it here live. We might not know exactly what was going on. Oh, as we come around at 1 to green again.
Can you hear me? There we go. Okay. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it's just one of those weeks. A lot of bugs in this new update, kind of making everybody's computers act a little wonky. Even there, while the anthem was going, I was having some issues with the UI. I think we got it sorted for now. So the drivers are coming around 3 and 4. We're going to get started for the second time here tonight. It's going to be the 21 of Michael Boyd, driving for Dirty South Racing up front. Ace truck is off again, and there goes Boyd. Nice jump for the 21. He's going to clear everyone behind him by a couple car lengths and head down into turn 1. Single file, Hammond side by side with the 53 of Weibel. Back behind him, it's Kano, Gulman, and Chapman. Battling the 53, going for the lead. He does it. He gets right around Boyd. There's a lot of tracks we go to where we kind of whine and complain about how hard it is to make a pass. I don't think we're going to have that complaint tonight. Weibel there with the fastest lap of the race so far. Takes him to the lead. He's going to stay there for now. And we have our second caution there, a hole. Let's see, Como involved. Maybe Sol. Go back and see what happened here on lap 6. We're going to start with the 47. That's Khan. Just gets loose in that middle lane. Then overcorrects and is in the track. Really? Oh, Yancey's coming down pit road. Almost in contact. But I didn't really see that bringing out the caution. We'll go back and check on Denny. Denny has an off-track incident.
Watch Denny. Watch Denny. Those two spun sitting in the middle of the track, and then Como.
Oh, there it is.
Not,
yeah, that was Como and Faria then down to the grass into the wall. That's hard contact for all of those drivers.
I don't understand. The O2 was just stopping on track. They got loose, but
watch from the 96 viewpoint. This is Aiden Como. Oh yeah, nowhere to go. It kind of looks like that truck's drifting up the track. Back and ride along inside this O2 truck. He just gets loose and then tries to correct it through the grass and never quite gets control of it. And then it looks like they're trying to pull down out of the racing line. Nobody knew what to do about it. So 2 cautions in the first 6 laps. Not how we saw this one going.
This looks like a classic case of staring at where you don't want to go, because Aiden looked like he had enough room on the outside there, but I think he was too fixated on the car coming up the track. He just laser focused on it.
Yeah.
Oh man, hate to see that for him.
Well, just 9 laps into this one. Already got a handful of drivers not where they want to be. Hammond, though, just 1 lap down. I believe he was able to serve that black flag penalty before that caution came out. Sitting in the lucky dog position right now. That might have been a saving grace there for the 92. He might have lost another lap if we'd stayed green. I want to thank everybody out in YouTube land watching with us tonight here with the THDesigns Truck Series. We're going to try to keep the chat going here. We got a Q&A going out right now. I want to know who is your pick to win the race. You heard the picks from the booth. We want to know who the fan pick is here tonight at Nashville Super Speedway. Live on GEC eNASCAR channel. We are set to restart one more time. The 3rd green flag of the night. The 53 of Weibel. Michael Boyd on his outside. Weivel up 4 positions from where he started the race, and he's going to clear the 21 on a great start. Head down into turn 1. Landon Cano in third, right on the bumper of Michael Boyd. Boyd gonna pull away for now. Simmons and Gallman are side by side. Here comes a neon purple Busch Light car. That is Sellers' truck, pardon me. Side by side now with Gallman. So far, looking like the low line is how you can make passes.
That low line's got a lot of grip down there. You can get down to that yellow line.
We've got a 3 wide almost battle shaping up here between the 67 of Monin, 42 of Anthony, 7 of Aaron Yancey. Anthony gonna take it for now. Everyone in the top 10 now, single file, but a little bit of contact there between Yancey and Hayes. And bottom line, not only faster through the corner, but you're kind of in a position to just throw your elbows out and push the guy out of your way on exit. Nothing wrong with a little bit of contact. Just remember, sometimes you make friends, sometimes you make enemies when you're racing, and you need a lot more friends than enemies when you come down to the checkered flag. Go ahead and take a look at who's fastest so far. Best laps of the night. Kyle Simmons has turned the fastest lap of any driver with a 30.06. He's riding in 5th. Cano with the second fastest, 30.1. Then Weivel, Chapman, and Sellers also on that list. Right now, it's still the 53 out front with almost a second gap back to Michael Boyd. And Boyd's got a mirror full of Landon Cano. 45 seems like he can catch the 21, but can't figure out how to get around him. Also got Chapman and Simmons riding right there behind him. And there's another group of 4 here battling for 6th, led by Sellers, then Gallman, Weaver, and Anthony, all in this pack. Oh, and there's some contact back. Homo down on the apron. I saw somebody else getting into it with Sahadak. I'm gonna go back a lap and take a look at what was going on there. It's Yancey and the 00 side by side. Como just behind them. Oh, it's the 82 who gets tight up high. Como just trying to avoid him. Walt made a little bit of contact. No harm, no foul. And there I jinxed it. There's the foul. 3rd caution of the night. Looks like Abu Saeed involved in this one on lap 16. Oh, he's already down on the apron. Back that up.
No bueno.
Ooh, yeah, just kind of came down on the 92. I'm not sure he was expecting him to have that much speed on entry. Oh, and then gets collected by the 02. The 02 car with heavy damage on the last caution.
There was about a 6 mile an hour difference between the 2 cars going into that turn.
Wow. Go back and ride along with Hammond. They're all kind of close together. There's a couple trucks in front of them. Yeah, just a disagreement on the arc into the turn and where the braking point was. I think either driver had any bad intentions there. third caution. We're going to have a couple drivers come down pit road. Our pit strategy of the night. The top, all the way back to Monin in 9th. Drivers have not stopped. Aiden Como, the first driver who's been in, get tires and a little bit of repair early on. Then Hayes, Yancey, and Setzer have yet to come in. Faria, the next driver who has pitted. Taking a look at the chat, we got some people cheering for Skidmark Motorsports, Yancey Motorsports. Looks like we might have Jonah Searide in the chat. Sad about the update. Might not have been able to get in tonight's race.
Looks like the O2 had some trouble down pit road.
Oh, no.
Wouldn't let him get into his pit stall.
What are you saying happened there, Dusty?
It looked like the O2 was having trouble getting into his pit stall. Like he just kept missing it and tried to line it up, and it just wouldn't let him in.
I mean, yeah, it looked like on that first try, they were not all the way in the box, a little too far back. Either way, we're coming back. 1 to green again.
Wait, not the O2. Sorry, the 2. Apologies.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think looked like maybe both of them having an issue getting in just the right spot on the first try. Back in the chat, see people cheering for Soul, people cheering for Dirty South. Gallman getting some cheers. Chapman, Kano, Skidmark. We got a lot of people cheering for a lot of different teams and drivers here tonight. Infield legends. On Hammond. Somebody often offering their mother. I don't know. Getting a little out of hand in the chat. Calm it down, guys. As we're racing again, it's Wyville out front. Boyd in second. Kano in third. That's the way they've been the last couple restarts. See if the 45 tries a different trick this time. Again, able to stick with the 21. Not able to get beside and make the pass. They're 3 wide. That's Gallman. Down on the bottom underneath Weaver. Now Monin going to come into the picture too. And just behind them, Aiden Como running 10th. I mean, for 21 laps, he's had a pretty wild start. Involved in multiple contacts and wrecks early on. But rebounding, only moving forward. Great run for that 96 truck so far tonight. Bible, Boyd, and Kano, single file at the front. So far, only 3 drivers have even led a lap. Weibel and Boyd getting most of them.
I was in a league with Robert Weibel previous to this on Xbox. I'm glad to see that he finally was able to make the transition and stay as competitive on here as what he was over there. Glad to see he's got his feet under him.
Having a great run here tonight. A little further back in the pack, Hayes battling with Sahadak and Anthony. This group here, their trucks don't seem as stable as some of the ones at the front. Gotta wonder if they didn't get their brake bias dialed in. Oh, and there's contact between Anthony and the 82. Oh, and Yancey just barely avoids heavy contact into the rear of the 82. That was some great driving by the 9. Now again, drivers just disagreeing on the entry arc into the turns.
That was a great catch from Steven there. It could have been way worse if he didn't have caught that.
Como now beginning to work on the bumper of the 67. That's a battle for 9th. And see how much faster the 96 is on exit right there. We talked about pit strategy just a moment ago. Let's take another look. Yeah, so Como, the first driver not on tires that started the race, so that 96 has a bit of a speed differential to everyone around him. Up front, Kano has caught Boyd. Boyd has caught Weibel. And Chapman isn't too far away either. These three had gotten spaced out, now coming back together. .45. Right there behind Michael Boyd in the 21. Let's ride along with that 45 truck driving for IT and Out Esports Group. Landon having a great season so far, 8th in points, 2 top 10s. He is outside of Boyd. And that's going to bring Chapman right into this battle, and now Simmons too. 29 laps in the books, the 45 to the outside of the 21. Side by side, and they are tracking down the leader at the same time. At this point, Weibel almost kind of like a block, a pick that the 45 is trying to use to keep momentum on the high side and block Boyd in. But Boyd's going to look down low. 3 wide almost. Thinks better of it.
Take it 3 wide. Whew.
As now the 45 shoots to the lead. He's going to clear the 53. Comes down and takes the air off the nose of the 53 and lets him get a runaway. Now Chapman on the bumper of Boyd. Oh, and the 53 backs up his entry, almost gets bumper checked there by Boyd. Boyd, I think, is going to clear him maybe in the entry of 1 here. This is some phenomenal racing here with the top 5 all under a blanket. As Kano has gotten around, he's trying to pull away. Now Boyd's going to go with him. Simmons inside of Chapman for 4th. As the Weibel goes real wide. That's going to give both of these drivers a good run here down the front stretch to get around the 53. And I think we're starting to see the different driving styles here. The 53 fast early. Might have burned up the tires. Kano and Boyd pacing themselves for a bit of a longer run. Stage is at 48. I don't know if drivers are going to be able to make it that far without hitting pit road. We'll have to see when they decide to start coming in. Chapman still working on Weibel. As they start to calm down, the battle is heating up back around 10th. Anthony and Como side by side, Sahadak just behind them. And Manin out front of them. .42 truck. Another driver's had a little bit of some action early and not the kind he wanted. Got into some contact there. But started 17th, worked his way up to about 10th, and then dropped back again after that contact and has been working forward ever since. Currently in the top 10. Chapman gonna make his way around Weibel. That's for 4th. Anthony trying to get away from the 96 and get beside the 67. Not quite there this time. This battle's starting to heat up as now Weaver is in it too. The 81 dropping back. Take a look at his night. He's pretty much just been sitting right at 10th or 12th or so all night long, as high as 7th. Maybe another driver that burned up the tires, trying to get speed early. Como clearing Sellers for now. Right now, only one driver out of the race. My pick, Shelton. Sorry for the boot curse for that number 11 truck. Now Boyd starting to get a run on the 45. Take a look at the last 5 laps. Fastest 5 for 5. Kyle Simmons, consistently the fastest truck on the track right now. He has started to track down our leaders. Boyd second fastest and Kano third fastest. So kind of an inverted top 3 right now in terms of speed. But watch these 3 trucks. They're all going to come together. Here's we have just 10 laps to go in stage 1. Boyd, winner at Daytona this season, racing out of Clearwater, Florida. Been moving forward here, trying to track down Landon Cano. Right there on him. Go ahead and jump on board with Michael. You can see the different lines they're running here. The 45 taking that middle to high lane. Gives him a good run off. And Boyd looking for clean air down low. Gets a better entry. And then really just plays with the throttle all through the corner. Trucks look like they're pretty fun to drive here. Not too loose, not too tight. Couple drivers involved in a wreck of some sort, maybe. We're still going. Got a couple drivers hitting pit road though. Setzer and Sellers on pit road. Oh, and Boyd runs high. Might have decided to come to pit road at the last second. Had to do a little crossover there on Simmons as he was coming in hot. And here they come.
One of those times where you don't want to take your eyes off Simmons. He's very, very good when it comes to fuel strategies. I don't know what he has planned, but.
So we're seeing now most drivers pitting here on lap 40. Still have 7 drivers up front. Make that 8. Sol Denny, the 8th driver, still on track. And remember, a lot of these drivers have already been to pit road through some of those cautions. The first of those is the 42 of Anthony, pitted back on lap 17. That's 24 laps ago with just 6 to go. So right now, Anthony, the Haydak, Hammond, and Abu Saeed looking pretty good. Hammond not quite as much fuel as these others. He last pitted on lap 5 for that. But that, I think, was the black flag serving penalty, so I don't know if he was able to get any fuel that time around. So it's Anthony up front. So far with the best fuel strategy calculator on his pit box tonight. Monin and Faria coming off pit road now. As Anthony works his way around Setzer. Setzer riding back in 19th. And it looks like Faria just picked up a black flag. Probably related to entry or speeding for that pit cycle. Going to take his night from bad to worse. With 4 laps to go, it's Anthony out front. Walter Sahadak in second. 1.2 seconds back is now he has caught Setzer. And 5 seconds behind the leader is Hammond in the 92. Not really any battles for position at this point in time. But we do have some side-by-side battles between trucks on different laps. Weaver and Gallman, actually this is for position. This is for 16th. And Monin is slow on track. Looks like he gets it going. So just 5 cars on the lead lap. And there's Hammond. Hammond's going to hit pit road. Not able to make it. That's going to leave just 4 trucks. John Anthony, Walt Sahadak, Abu Saeed, and Sol Denny. They are your 4 lead lap cars that were able to use fuel strategy to get to the end of stage 1 more than likely. And as Hammond goes a lap down, making his pit. Again, just 4 drivers on the lead lap right now. Sitting pretty. They are going to be able to come in and pit at the end of the stage, get fresh tires and fuel, and drop no further than 4th. While everyone else is going to have to stay out and take a wave around, and that is going to put them at a disadvantage for fuel strategy for the rest of the race. Sahadak tracking down Anthony, but I don't think it's going to be fast enough. Here on
He's got 1 lap to do it.
1 lap to go in stage 1. There's a 1 second gap back to Walt. You can kind of see him just out of frame. It's going to be the 42 of Anthony. Coming back to take that green and white checker. Stage 1, and the caution is out. So your finishing order for stage points there are going to be Anthony, Sahadak, Abu Saeed, Denny, Simmons, Kano, Boyd, Chapman, Yancey, and Weibel. And again, only 4 trucks are on the lead lap. Everyone else going to have to take a wave around. And if you're those trucks, it's a slight disadvantage, though. If you are Setzer in the 4 truck, you are driving your butt off to be in the lucky dog position, the only car 1 lap down. And then this happens, and you become the first car 2 laps down. So Simmons in 5th is going to be the driver catching the lucky dog. You'll be able to pit and get back to the lead lap without having to take the wave around, without having to go to the back of the field on this restart. But John Anthony, winner on strategy in stage 1, Sahadak, Abu Saeed, and Denny, also with a great advantage to get started here in the final stage. Gonna check in on the lap chart here on the 42 car. You can see started in 17th. Started working his way forward to the top 10, then got involved in an incident, came in, took 4 tires, and drove his way back to the front. Both on passing and on strategy. Joe, we are getting the all clear from Jessica in the chat that it is all guys in the cars, in the trucks tonight. So we don't have to worry about it too much. Oh, no, she's saying you said guys. Shouldn't have. Never mind, I got it backwards. So again, Simmons gonna be the lucky dog.
I see that now. She said, "Hey, Barrow, it's all guys out there tonight."
Swanson joining the chat. We got a full house down in the YouTube live chat tonight. Let us know what you're thinking. Who you pulling for? We've seen a lot of people pulling for Skidmark, Infield Legends, etc. While we're here, why don't we do a check on some of our teams driving for Skidmark? It looks like John Anthony is the sole driver for Skidmark tonight.
You got Galtman also.
Gallman, let's see. We have to update that
He was a late entry there. He
team roster. Well, anyway,
He recently retired, got settled, and took up iRacing.
good. It's a Haydak out there for Stitley Motorsports. Abu Saeed, the best driver for Infield Legends right now. Hampton in 9th, Khan in 19th. Sol Denny driving for THDesigns. Then Simmons leading the way for Outlaw Performance. We just mentioned 74 picked up that lucky dog. Then Boyd leading the way for Dirty South. They're running 6, 7, 8 right now. And then my pick tonight, I think, has also joined Dirty South. That was Shelton. We'll have to get him added to the roster. Kano doing great for IT and Out Esports Group. Was running up front, then got caught in the wrong place at the wrong time here for this pit strategy. So Kano currently 13th. With that, we're racing again. Again, it's John Anthony out front. Walt Sahadak second. Abu Saeed third. Sol Denny is fourth. Kyle Simmons is fifth, but he's a little further back in the pack as Lucky Dog has to start behind all cars unless they take a wave around. Here we go. A little bit of a tire advantage for the top 5. One of the drivers that made the most of this, though, is Hammond. We saw him stay out much longer than most of the other cars before pitting under green flag conditions. But his tires are only 4 laps older than the leaders who just changed them under caution. So he's going to have an advantage to everyone around him. Oh, and Sellers goes around off the nose of the 02.
Oh, no.
Not what he wanted to see. Go back and take a look at that one more time. One driving underneath the 02. Keep it in the slow-mo here as they come off the turn. Sellers either gets loose or just doesn't know the 02 is there because he was coming up to the wall one way or the other. Just not clear. That one truck almost trying to take off. Here is he sideways. We got the 7 of Yancey just behind him. Doing a pretty good job to avoid contact. We'll see if he gets it all the way. That's just a little bit. That's just a little. Right along with Aaron Yancey on this one. As it all happened right in his lap. That's about the softest contact you can have for a wreck happening right in front of you. Great job by the 7. Keeping that truck as clean as possible. We've seen some wrecks this season where wrecks happen in front of people and they don't seem to find the brake pedal as well as Yancey did right there. So we talked about Landon Cano. The reason he got pushed back in traffic is that he came to pit road under the caution as well, it looks like. And that kept him from being able to take the wave around. So right now, figure out if Kano is the lucky dog. And there he goes. So Kano going to be the lucky dog this time. And apologies as iRacing is resized the window on me. Back. There we go. Full screen. Oh, fighting with it. New update is interesting, folks. Anyway, Kano gonna get the lucky dog. Gonna have a couple drivers maybe try to take a wave around here, but the leaders aren't pitting, so there's not gonna be an opportunity for it. So up front is still John Anthony, Sahadak, Abu Saeed, and now Simmons. As Sol Denny got caught up in that accident with Sellers. Apparently Sol is running for president, according to the live chat, so go to that campaign trail. 56 laps in the book, 65 to go. Pretty exciting race so far, Joe.
Yeah, it has. Beginning of it was pretty busy.
Yeah, 2 quick cautions in the first 6 laps.
Yeah.
Shaking things up. Our leader got a black flag at the initial start of the race. Right now, your guys' picks both in the top 10. Mine, the first driver heading to the beer stand tonight. And we all define success in different ways.
I'm starting to regret not picking Simmons because he just keeps finding himself up in the top 5 here.
He does, and at one point
Yeah.
we were watching the speed. He was the fastest truck on track consistently later in the run. I think going to keep our eyes on the 74. He's going to be restarting in 4th, second row on the outside. Why don't we jump on board with that 74 for this restart. In the Music City, Meltdown 160. We come right back through that Echo Park restart zone. And there it is. Good start by Anthony on the inside. But there, we got a caution already. Old Denny, Gallman, Weibel. Back, take a look. This one? I'm gonna ride along with Gallman first. Here on the restart, things get started.
He just come over the radio. That was he missed shift.
Oh,
He missed shift.
That would explain a lot.
I don't want to hurt his feelings, but that looked like the Ellswick special that happened to Caleb Ellswick, one of our Cup drivers. He came down to do a truck race. I believe it was at Daytona, maybe Atlanta last season, and he was on the front row. Had the same exact thing happen. You just don't quite get the shift where you need it. Truck goes right around on you. Ride along and see what it sounds like. Yeah, there it is. So big contact for the O2. Heavy contact for the 53. We're gonna watch that one again here. 53 having a rough contact here. He's right beside Gallman, then turns around into the wall and then gets hit by a few more drivers. That was Hayes. Oh, and then just the ghost of somebody trying to pick that thing up.
Mississippi. And at Mississippi, yeah.
Elvis is everywhere if you keep him in your heart. So I'm starting to sound like a broken record. We're getting ready to go for a restart. It's going to be John Anthony, Walt Sahadak, and Abu Saeed in the top 3. They've been that way the last couple of restarts here ever since they outsmarted everyone on pit strategy. Heading to the end of the stage. Oh,
I think you like Abu Saeed. I think you like his name.
I mean, it's a fun one to say.
It just rolls off the tongue good, don't it?
And if I also, it's also a tough one, and I think I got it right on the first time saying it, so I'm really having fun with it. Also, I'm a big Budweiser fan myself, so that number 2 Budweiser truck, real easy to look at. Again, driving for Infield Legends Motorsports, got him on the hood. That is a simple but beautiful paint scheme there. You can't go wrong with Budweiser red.
It was Memphis, Tennessee. It was Elvis. I don't know why I said
I got
Mississippi.
you there. Oh, he was all over.
Yeah.
Here's a very random tidbit of Elvis trivia for you. In the movie Forrest Gump, you know who voiced Elvis Presley?
That I do not.
Kurt Russell.
Really?
Get out of here.
Star-Lord's father, Kurt Russell.
Eagle himself.
He voiced the Elvis character in there. It's all right, man. He just showing me a thing or two here on the guitar. Only that thing you do with your legs there, boy.
For bonus points, you know who the physical actor was?
I do not.
Peter Dobson.
You have to tell me who that is, too.
Google is a great friend.
Well, some of us are busy calling this race here, Dusty. We got Walt up front, taking the lead on the restart. Pulls ahead of Anthony. He's not quite clear. Working hard, though. We got heavy contact in the back.
We're still green with all that?
It's still green.
Wow.
I'm seeing 6 trucks involved in heavy contact. Gallman, Chapman, Kano, Denny, Khan, and Yancey. So we'll go back and take a look at that here in just a moment, but we want to see how this lead shakes out as Sahadak leading his first lap of the race.
There's the caution. Something happened.
There it is, McMillan involved in the event that actually caused the caution. So we're going to start with how this all started. It didn't come out with a caution. It was Kano and Chapman, then Yancey. I mean, just about everybody in the back of the field caught up in that one. Let's try that one again. Slow it down a little bit from the blimp. Looks like Kano comes into the turn and has to check up. He's a little bit faster than Boyd, and as he comes up the track, he's going to tag Chapman. And as Chapman goes around, Gallman, I think, sneaks by.
That was a mess.
But Yancey, trying to get around, comes down on the 0-2 as he's got to check up for the 45. Then behind them, Chapman's still bouncing off trucks as the 47, I think, made contact with him. Como down low, trying to avoid it. He's going to do it. Then is that Setzer joining the party. He's going to stay clear of the 7. That's how that wasn't a caution. Even Chapman keeping it relatively straight after bouncing off a couple trucks. But yellow flag coming out for this here. 47 hard into the wall. And then I don't know if that was... Oh, and then Chapman gets into him. Still not... I assume that's the caution. You got a car going through the grass like that. But we also had Faria crashing at the same time. Completely unrelated. Just gets high up into the wall. Then gets rear-ended by McMillan. Getting a little sloppy out here right now. We also had Khan. Oh, we saw Khan was the one going through the grass. And something happened to Wyville, too. Pulling down to the apron. Khan going to pick up the meatball. Heavy damage. Fuck. 47. I'm not sure what Wyville was doing. Might be having some hardware issues or some UI iRacing stuff to deal with as the broadcast is having a night. Gonna get his position back though. So back live. Sahadak has taken the lead. Led 4 laps. He's running up front. Weibel has led the most tonight with 24. Anthony leading 20 and Kano leading 12. Michael Boyd also with 4 and Hammond with 1, although I think that might just be the start of the race that's counting there. Our 7th caution of the night. Not sure I saw this coming. Averaging a caution every 9 laps here tonight. We had a pretty long green flag run right in the middle to end the stage. Long enough that drivers ran out of gas, and fuel mileage became the name of the game. It looks like McMillan was disqualified.
Cautions.
Yeah, McMillan actually picking up 26 incident points, and 24 is the limit. I'm looking through other drivers at risk of disqualification for incidents. Sol Denny with 20 and Hayes with 18. Those are the next 2 in line on that list you don't want to be on. Got about half the field has
messed up.
About half the field has burned their fast repair already. And this race is just past halfway. We got 55 laps remaining in the Music City. Meltdown 160. So Haydak going to lead them back to green. And they're off 0-0 with a good start. We've seen that all night long. Leader gets a pretty good start on the bottom, clears the outside, and then gets a full arc into turn 1. Try and pull away. But Anthony really going to throw it in on the outside. That thing stuck like Velcro. And there he goes. We got Weibel around in the back. Down through the grass. He saves it. So Haydak now under attack from Simmons and Hammond. That might have been the move of the race right there. Anthony on the outside carried so much speed and it just stuck into the track. I'm looking through. Michael Boyd is the driver with the tire strategy advantage right now. About 6 laps fresher than our leaders. Kano, the next driver, on fresher tires, but he is back in 9th. Working on Abu Said. Under fire from Sol. Are we having fun yet? Look at this. Bumper to bumper, door to door. Up front, Hammond trying to get by Simmons. As Boyd and Monin are coming into the picture. Hammond down low had been working that high line. Right now, Anthony's just pulling away. He just ran the fastest lap of the race, breaking under the 30-second mark with a 29.98. But right now, let's see, we haven't been green for 5 laps, so we'll do the last lap. John Anthony's fastest on track. Weibel, second fastest, but Boyd and Sahadak right there. We've seen Anthony be fast early in the run and then have the tires kind of burn off on him. Right now, Hammond was trying to make a move on Simmons. Now he's got to defend against Boyd. It's a battle for 4th. Scotty Yancey in 7th. He's right there too. No, we haven't talked about tonight, Joe. He's not in the race.
Yeah, I know. I seen that.
I saw him in the driver's meeting. Might have been
Did he
another
put in
driver
the provisional?
caught up in some of those update issues. But Anthony now out to a 1-second lead over Sahadak. Simmons now locked into 3rd. We get a little bit of space here between our top 5.
Yeah, Craig has one. He's got it in a provisional for this race. So, Seawright, Craighead, Culleton, and Kiernan.
3 wins. He's already locked into the playoffs for sure with a couple bonus points, so he can afford to take a race off if he really needs to. You know, everybody's got a life outside of iRacing, as hard as it is to believe. Yeah, somebody telling us the audio is messed up.
Yeah, I've already listened to it. When I listened to it, it was fine.
All right, check on it later.
I know just a few minutes ago, I don't know if something was glitching out with iRacing. I don't know.
Oh,
Ooh, there's another caution. Gallman involved in this one. He is still slow in turn 1. Contact to the front right fender, and there's some more contact as Faria and Hayes get together trying to avoid Gallman. Late there. I'll go back and take a look at this one. Here on lap 75. Gallman racing in between Denny and Yancey. Come into turn 1. Kind of similar to that wreck we saw earlier where Sellers, I think, came across the nose of someone. Gallman just trying to arc it out into the corner a little more than was there for the taking. Turn him around, and then he comes to a stop and tries to get this thing turned around. See Hayes and Faria coming, and they're off pace away from the pack, so they're kind of assuming the track is clear, and Faria checks up as Gallman is spinning around. Hayes not ready for it. Again, just a bad set of circumstances there for these drivers who have already faced some issues and damage. Trying to make the most of their night. They're in 19th and 20th. Trying to get to the finish of this thing, but that's going to bring everyone on the lead lap down pit road. Aaron Yancey in, let's see now. Sellers, I think, just got the lucky dog. That is going to put 17 drivers on the lead lap. A couple drivers out there taking some wave rounds. Denny, Como, Yancey, Weibel, and Sellers, I think, all did that. Let's see him come down now. And coming out of pit lane, got a new leader. 92 of Hammond, of infield legends.
Back up there.
Now back in the lead. And he did it. I mean, his pit stop time is exactly the same as Anthony's, but his pit road time is about 0.3, maybe 0.4 faster. So Hammond just able to get on and off pit road a little bit more aggressively than Anthony, and that's going to give him the lead. Yeah, Craighead saying update ain't updating. As we come around turns 1 and 2, we're going to be heading back to green here with Hammond in the lead, Anthony second, Simmons third, and Sahadak in fourth. Anthony up 15 positions where he started this race. You can see him leading most of the last 40. 30 of them. In fact, Hammond, on the other hand, had to serve that penalty early in the race and has just been steadily working his way from 20th up to the lead. I'll lead us back to green right here. Simmons has not been lower than 8th. Been having a solid Sahaydak. A similar trajectory. Right up in the top 3 for the last 40 laps or so. But it's the 92 of Hammond taking the green. Here we go. Just 42 laps to go. It's probably just outside of the fuel window. We saw some drivers making it
Oh my
about
goodness.
40, and there's another caution. Looks like Setzer went off track. I don't see anybody else crashed. 4 is the only truck stopped on the track. There he is. Go back and take a look at what happened to the 4 truck.
Looks like he got some assistance getting down there.
Yeah, you got a little assistance.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what the speed difference issue is there. The 4 definitely slower than every truck behind him. Wind that back again. You can see the 96 catches him, and then he's like, "Hey, what? Let's go." The 4 gives him a little bump, and then I don't know. I think it looked like the 96 was trying to go under him, and the 4 maybe trying to block him.
4 is going about.
Didn't like that bump,
and the
perhaps.
96 is going 133. So again, not too big of a difference in speed, but just enough to make things interesting.
Just right on board with Como. Right there, he gives him a little bump, and then goes to cut under him, and the 4 either gets loose or came down to say no thank you. The 4 catching the worst end of that contact. Another, our 9th caution. Again, we're right on the average of 9 laps per caution. It'll be a long night for race control if we keep it up like that, though. All right, 40 laps to go. Anyone who pits here, which there are drivers doing, towards the back, 14th on back just came down pit road. Make that 13th on back. Como and Weibel just hit. They can absolutely make it on fuel from here. And the drivers at the front, they're going to have to go, what, 45 laps to make it? Not completely unheard of. A little longer than we've seen so far. Take a look at our pit stint lengths for the race. I don't see anybody going over 40 laps here tonight. So to me, I think 40 is the maximum, and those had cautions in them. The 44 are going to be a tough hill to climb without, you know, some significant fuel saving. But if I'm the 96 or the 53, 2 drivers that have shown speed here tonight, especially the 53, he was up leading for some heavy contact. I'm going to look to them to just say, hey, we're full throttle to the front while these other guys might have to save. Right now, the top 5 drivers on 5 different teams, Infield Legends, Skidmark, Outlaw, Dirty South, Stitley. Not a lot of friends up there. The next driver, though, Chapman for Dirty South, is right there behind his teammate Boyd in 6th. Still got Kano in the top 10. He was up front and leading laps earlier. So a whole bunch of drivers who have the resume to lead laps here. Hammond gonna pull away on this restart. Officially 38 laps to go now as we take the green flag. Hammond out front, and Anthony trying to pull away from Simmons, and Boyd with a move to slide up in front of Sahaydak and get beside that 74 truck. Now Chapman down low under Sahaydak. Kano going high on him. Walt is under fire. As Chapman gets by, Kano gets loose. That's going to bring Monin up to his inside.
Yeah, I think Walt was on the verge of getting loose there, and then 45 got loose, helped him out a little bit.
And 96 already up a handful of positions from the start with those fresh tires, knowing he's good on fuel. Sellers and Soul behind him, a little bit of contact. That sends Denny up the track. Not into the wall. Sellers slaps the wall, though. And it is on now, and Boyd just turned the fastest lap of the race, 29.96. As he marches forward, he's going to take third away from Simmons. The race is on. Chapman now trying to get to that 74 bumper. Simmons is loose.
Yeah, he was. He tapped that wall just a little bit. He leaned on it a little bit.
Double checking it's still there.
Chapman down low. They're side by side. This is the battle for fourth. Anthony in the 42 still trying to track down Hammond. And Boyd just beat his own fastest lap to do it again. 21 truck is fast right now, but he's in third with a little bit of a gap up to Anthony and Hammond.
Ooh.
A little further back, Kano still working on Walt. And Simmons trying to get back by Chapman.
Simmons gonna cross him over there.
These four right on top of each other. The ADAC trying to take advantage of that side-by-side battle. Simmons going to pull back ahead. Walt trying to follow him, but he's not going to get there just yet. Chapman clears him. It just looks like Chapman's tires are a little more heat up than these guys around him. Drifts up the track right at the middle of the corner, and that's where everybody's gaining on him. That time, though, gets it to stick. A little extra speed through the middle. It was now neck and neck. 07 and 00. Oh, they almost touch. And Kano makes them 3 wide. This is the battle. Right here, this is for fifth. Kano and Sahadak both go by Chapman on the bottom. Now, Walt trying to get back by the 45 on the outside. That's got to be frustrating for the 00. You spend lap after lap working to make a pass on Chapman, and right when you do it, Kano comes and gets you both. And as they're side by side, they're kind of bringing a couple other drivers into this. Chapman still hanging with him. Monin right behind him. Then Weaver. Up front, the gap is the same. Anthony right there behind Hammond, but they're pretty much matching lap times. With Boyd behind him, just a smidge faster. Zahadak now falls in line behind the 45. Monin looks inside of Chapman. Battle for 7th. And again, the top 5 different teams. Infield Legends, Skidmark, Dirty South, IT and Out, Outlaw, Performance. Got a heck of a field here at the Nashville Super Speedway. Race 6 of the regular season. Has just 28 laps to go. We should see some pit stops for some drivers. First driver that we know can make it is the 96 of Como. He's up to 10th now. Weibel and Sellers also in the same boats. They are 11th and 12th, just behind that 96. Both Sellers and Weibel have made significant repairs tonight. Speaking of that, let's take a look at our wrench wranglers. So far, a number of drivers with multiple minutes of damage and repairs here tonight. Faria with 8.5 minutes. He's back in 20th. Hayes, 6 minutes, back in 19th. Sol Denny in 14th. That's good enough for the lead lap with 2.5 minutes. That is a well-earned top 15 right now as Weibel gets inside of Sellers. This is the closest battle on the track. He just can't settle at 53, trying to clear the one. Meanwhile, up front, the leaders still in the same spots. Hammond and Anthony with Boyd about 7/10 back. They're all three pretty much matching lap times at this point, with Simmons a little bit slower and Kano, Zahadak, Monin, Chapman, Weaver, and Como rounding out the top 10 behind them. Taking a look at speed, Kano is the consistent fastest truck, then Boyd, then our leader Hammond, Anthony, and Simmons. So the top 5 are the 5 fastest trucks on track.
And Hammond's starting to pull away just a little bit there.
Just 2/10. It was 1/10.
Well, as soon as I say that, Anthony gets right back up on his bumper.
But again, Boyd is the fastest of this top 3. Just a few laps ago, it was 7.5 tenths. Now 6 tenths. As Boyd's starting to work them in. With 23 laps to go, let's run through the field. Everyone on the lead lap. We've got Hammond leading the race. He's led 22 laps. Started on pole, but got a black flag right at the start. Rebounded. Leading here in the final stage. Then in second place, John Anthony. He's up 15 positions from where he started this race. Used a little strategy and a lot of speed to get here. He's right on the bumper of the 92. In third place, Michael Boyd, also leading laps tonight. And especially early in the run has been very fast. He's still holding some speed right now. It looks like Hayes is going to head to pit road. These top 3 still battling. And then in fourth place, Kyle Simmons in the 74. Trying to hold off Landon Kano in the 45. Both of these drivers, I think, caught up in incidents and have rebounded pretty well with minimal damage. Then in sixth, it's Walt Zahadak, that Laughing Llama Raps 00 truck. Behind him, Monin. I feel like the 67's been very quiet all night. Take a look at this trajectory. Yeah, just kind of right in the middle. At one point as low as 18th, but spending his time around the top 10. Especially here in the second half of the race. And in 8th now, the 96 of Aiden Como. Again, the first driver with a little bit of a tire advantage and a fuel security blanket to take this thing green to the end. Looks like Kano and Simmons are now side by side as Boyd continues to pull in the leaders. He's just 2/10 behind Anthony now. We'll go ahead and finish our top 10 rundown. In 9th right now, making a move for it anyway, is Weaver in the 81. Then Chapman in the 07. We've seen Chapman was further up front when this run started, been drifting back a little bit. Just seems to have too much heat in the tires. Then it's Sellers in 11th. Aaron Yancey in that 7 Eye of Sauron car. He's in 12th. Sol Denny is 13th. And moving forward, as it looks like Yancey might be coming to pit road. And he is. So that brings Denny up to 12th. And then 13th is Abu Saeed and that number 2 Budweiser Silverado. Then Weibel in 14th. And Scotty Yancey 15th.
Oh, you got Anthony got loose.
And Boyd gets
took
around
over
him.
second.
We're going to jump back a lap and see how that went down. These three right on top of each other. This is a lap and a half ago. Anthony has been trying to catch that 92 the last 25 laps.
Oh. It was almost bad.
Again, this is about a lap and a half ago. These three came together, the 42, trying to find the right line to get around the 92. Sends it in down low and just gets tight and then loose off the exit. Trying to stay out of the wall, and that lets Boyd get by. So now Boyd working on the bumper of Hammond. 15 laps to go. And these drivers make it on fuel, we're not sure. They're going to have to go 44 laps, the longest stint we've seen all races, 40. It's still 5 different drivers in the top 5 with 5 different teams. Infield Legends is leading with Hammond, then Dirty South Racing for Michael Boyd. Skidmark Motorsports for Anthony. IT and Out Esports Group for Landon Cano, who has been marching forward this entire run. He's got a bit of a gap up to the top 3. Then Outlaw Performance, Kyle Simmons in 5th. As the battle rages on up front, and Anthony is not going away. And here they come, a number of drivers hitting pit road. Gallman, Chapman, Sahadak, and Weibel. That tells me that our leaders are probably going to have to come in too. That lap, Boyd and Anthony were both faster than Hammond by a couple hundredths. Now Como on pit road. That's a bit of a surprise. I thought he could make it. Weibel as well. I thought they were both good to go. They had 4 laps more fuel than the leaders do. They might have done the math and figured out that everybody is going to have to stop again. So they're going to do the undercut. Our leaders, again, right on top of each other. Just 3/10 separate the top 3. 12 to go. Hammond just doing everything he can to keep these two behind him. Sellers picking up a black flag on the pit stop. That's going to derail his rebound. There's now just 9 cars on the lead lap. Make that 8. As now Abu Saeed is coming to pit road. And Anthony goes back around the 21. I think the 21's out of fuel or coming to pit road right here.
Yeah, he's coming. He's coming in. Oh, you better get slowed down. Did he get slowed down enough? I think he did.
He did. No black flag for the 21. Now Hammond and Anthony still going at it.
'92 is pitting this time. 42's coming with him. Hammond and Anthony are both pitting. And Simmons.
Ano is, yeah, everybody that's still out there is on the same strategy. The only driver on a different strategy is the 9, Scotty Yancey. He's still got 4 more laps of fuel than these drivers that are coming in right now. Can he make it? We know he can go 4 more laps because those guys just did it. He would have to run 40 laps to make it to the checkered flag, and we've seen drivers do that already tonight, although they did it with the help of some yellow flags. The 9's crew chief needs to get in his ear and tell him he's going to have a whole lap up advantage over everyone else on the track if he can just stay out. Meanwhile, Weaver is still out there. He's on the same fuel strategy as everyone who just pitted. So he's already finding a way to stretch some extra fuel in that 81 truck. So Yancey not the leader just yet. And Kano came in to pit, but he took fuel only. That puts him in front of everybody that was on that same strategy. And he didn't even go a lap down. So now Kano on a fuel-only strategy is still out there. Weaver, I'm pretty sure Weaver's got to stop, and he's in the wall right there. That's going to slow him down. Yancey, I think, has a legitimate shot to make it if he's been saving hard enough the whole time. Kano, fuel-only strategies, 26 seconds behind Weaver, 17 seconds behind Yancey. He's got a shot at it. And then Walt took 2 tires. That's brought him out in front of the 92 and the 21. But not by much, just about 2 seconds. So every different strategy you can come up with is playing out right here, Joe and Dusty. And there goes Weaver to pit road. And he gets sideways. Spins it around. Good save there for Weaver. That brings the 9 into the lead. 7 laps to go. Did he save enough? Let's listen on board. Here with Scotty Yancey, now 16, who has fuel. Yancey out of Cincinnati, Ohio. We saw fuel and pit strategy win stage 1. Can it also win the race? As he's letting Anthony go by. Anthony gets his lap back. You can hear how long he's drifting. Even clutching it there right in the middle. Not trying to get into any incidents here as Gallman is not making it easy for him to get around. Gallman running in 16th. Again, Yancey just has to save all the fuel. He's not going to make it.
He's coming in.
Coming to pit road. So the fuel strategy not working out just yet. That's going to leave the 45. Landon Kano, he took no tires, just fuel. And he's about 2 seconds ahead of Hammond, who took 4 tires on his stop. Zahadak, who took 2 tires, already been passed by both Hammond and Boyd. So he's kind of netting out even. Boyd and Hammond now doing everything they can to track down Kano. It's just a half second that separates these drivers. IT and out versus infield legends versus Dirty South. Oh, half second to the 45. Are you not entertained? This is amazing.
Chevy, Ford, and Toyota. One of each manufacturer going at it. This is awesome.
Just 3 tenths. The 45 doing everything he can to stay in front, with Boyd just riding along with Hammond, waiting to strike.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Tight up into the wall. Old tires giving up on him. That's going to let Hammond go by, but Boyd is right there with him. 2 laps to go. Kano still trying to fight back, but his tires have almost 50 laps on them. Walter trying to get a podium. Boyd looks outside, but Hammond covers him. Now Boyd to the inside. At the line, white flag in the air. Hammond leads that one. Will he lead one more? Boyd trying to pull away on the bottom.
Are they pushing it hard?
Very aggressive entries that.
Side by side down the backstretch for the final time. 92 throws it on the outside and tries to pinch the 21 down.
He's going to get a run here. Nope. It's going to be Boyd.
Boyd pulls ahead of the 92 and wins it on the last lap pass ahead of Hammond. Zahadak comes home in 3rd. What a finish, as 5 different pit and tire strategies all combined in the last 5 laps. Kano couldn't make it. Yancey couldn't make it. So Haydak was up front, but didn't have 4 tires to compete with Hammond and Boyd. And the 21 picks up his 2nd win of the season by passing Hammond on the last lap. Side by side. How about that?
That was some good racing there, TN.
Cannot wait to talk to these drivers and hear what they have to say about that strategy at the end. Chapman coming up to celebrate with his teammate Boyd. They burn it down. Weibel not going to be left out either. He rebounded to 12th after heavy contact. We saw that truck almost go over into the fence at one point. What a finish. They're going to blow these tires off these trucks if the motors don't blow first. How about that? While we watch this going on, we're going to go and chat with our P3 driver, Walt Sahadak, in just a moment. What a finish. Saw Walt fighting hard to get by the 45 there right at the end. We're going to bring that 00 truck into the booth. Walt Sahadak, you got a copy?
I do. How you guys doing?
Doing great. What a race. What a finish. You come into the pits there under green flag. Looked like you went 2 tires while everybody else went 4, and one person tried to go no tires. And it all came down to the last few laps. Tell us about it.
Yeah, you know, I know I didn't have anything on speed for those top 4 or 5 trucks, so I had to do something a little different. My truck was really good on long runs, so I figured give the 2-tire try a stop, and it almost worked. It was just a little too loose those first few laps out. If I could have run those a little bit faster, I might have been able to hold those guys off.
Yeah, that was just incredible. We saw you come out of the pits, and we were trying to figure out everybody's strategy, and then just at the end, you chased down the 45. I think he was on no tires, just fuel only. Just a incredible race. We saw you up front. You led 6 laps tonight. Good to see you running up there. Good to see that 00 Laughing Llama Wraps truck, too.
Yeah, it was good to be back. I'm kind of a hit or miss schedule this week because of some stuff I've got going on Tuesday nights. So it's fun to get out there and mix it up at the front.
I'm going to take just a little bit of credit for your performance because I didn't pick you tonight. The person I picked finished last. So I think the you missed the curse this time. I was thinking about picking you because I always love to cheer for that 00 truck. But yeah, congratulations on the win or on the podium.
Thank you.
Anybody else you want to thank for tonight's run?
Yeah, I want to thank you guys for putting this on and broadcasting it, of course. Thank everybody that's out there running Laughing Llama Wraps paint job. And, of course, my other sponsors, Embroidered Image, the Andy Durr Foundation, and Covey Towing. Great to have them on board and give them a top 3 finish.
Yes, sir. Well, congratulations again on the great run, and we'll see you out there next week.
All right, sounds good. I'll see you there.
It's the Haydak of the 00. Next up, we're going to see if we can track down that 92 truck driver of Hammond. You got a copy with the booth?
Yes, sir.
Wow, what a battle there at the end. We saw multiple pit strategies all play out a little bit differently. People on no tires, people on 2 tires, and you were leading the way with 4 tires. Tell us about your race.
Well, just definitely a lot of bonehead mistakes after bonehead mistakes by me. But it couldn't go wrong. I wrecked my boy Steven on lap 40 or so I want to apologize to him on that. I had to use the fast spur pretty early. But other than that, I think he finished 11th. But yeah, I think the 4-tire strategy was the best thing, just to get newer tires. I didn't know if it was gonna work. but I just kind of did a bonehead mistake and overdrove the car into the wall in the last 3 laps. It was kind of hard for me to drive those last 3 laps.
Yeah, and as you're marching up through there, you're passing car after car, but that 21 is riding right along with you. I mean, you knew he was going to make a move right at the end. What was your strategy to deal with the 21 in your mirror?
Yeah, I knew he was right on my butt. I honestly was just gonna try to block him, but once I hit that wall and had that wheel, or I guess yeah, wheel damage, I knew it was no chance for me to hold him off. I sent it in 3 and 4, praying that maybe he let off the gas, but I couldn't even turn the wheel as much as possible. So, good win by him. He was definitely quick all night.
Yes, sir. Well, tell us a little bit about what happened at the start. We saw you get the black flag, but we weren't exactly sure why.
Just a bonehead mistake. For some reason, I just kind of blacked out and just thought green flag was on the leader, but obviously I know it's on the green flag, and yeah, that's kind of why I got the black flag.
Well, I don't know if it makes you feel any better, but that's not the first time we've had that happen here at a GEC truck race. So your great minds think alike, but you were able to rebound all the way up to a second place podium finish. So congratulations on that. Anybody else you want to thank for tonight's performance?
I want to thank my teammates, Enfield Legends Motorsports, our sponsor Real Talk Productions, and my boys in the chat and the broadcast booth.
Yes, sir. Well, congratulations again, and we'll see you out there next week.
Yes, sir. See you guys next week.
Right. That was the 92 of Hammond. Just 1 lap away from winning this race, but our winner is the 21 truck of Michael Boyd. Michael's in the booth with us. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do.
How about that? We kind of saw you running up front all day, just kind of looming, and then especially there on that final run, we had drivers on no tires, drivers on 2 tires, and then you and the 92 marching through the field with 4 tires. Did you think you were going to get to the 45? And when were you going to make your move on the 92?
Towards the end there, I didn't even know I was fighting for first. I thought I was fighting for second, and then I crossed the line and I realized it was first, and I started freaking out. But I didn't know when I was going to make the move because it's kind of hard to pass on this track, and he was blocking. I was trying to pass him, like I think since like lap 80, lap 70. He was fast, but I mean, I seen the door open coming out of 4, white flag, and I took it, got to his inside, and we were basically side by side all the way up to the back stretch, and we went into 3 and 4, and that's when I got by him and took the checkered flag.
Yeah, it was really impressive, and we were kind of anticipating it the whole way. But yeah, it was kind of hard to keep track of who was on what strategy. I think the 45 had gone no tires, just fuel. There was also a driver, I think it was the 9, was trying to stretch the fuel. He ended up being about 5 laps short. So you were passing people there at the end real quick to get up to it. So it was just a great battle with the 92. It was clean, but hard racing, and that's what we love to see. So congratulations on the victory. Your second one of the season after Daytona, and now you're starting to mount your run to the playoffs already, just 6 races into the regular season. That's got to feel good. And I'm looking at this. I see you've got Michael Boyd cinematography on the car. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's just I started. I take pictures on iRacing, real cheap. I even do like the first one free sometimes, just have people pay $1 for each picture. I take pictures of the cars. I get good angles, kind of like real life, and I kind of edit them in Photoshop, stuff like that. So they're good pictures, but I haven't really made it too much of a big thing yet. But hopefully in the future I can make it something. Kind of like what THDesigns does. I want to do something like that. Make wraps, take pictures, stuff like that.
Sounds great. So everybody watching out in YouTube and anyone in the league looking for something like that, reach out to Michael to hook you up. Congratulations again on the victory. Anybody else you want to thank for tonight's run?
Yeah, Dirty South for giving me this fast four tonight. I mean, it was amazing fast all night. Speed Edge Designs, Full Sim Media, Speed Edge Media, R&B Wheels and Tires, JSR, and you guys up in the booth.
sir. Well, we had a blast watching you take the lead on the final lap and win this thing. So congratulations again, and we'll see you out there next week.
Yeah, I can't wait.
All right, that was the 21 of Michael Boyd, your winner here in race 6 in the Music City Meltdown 160. Joe, Dusty.
Real quick. Everybody in the chat, if y'all don't mind, give us a like and follow.
That's right. I always forget. If you enjoy what you're seeing here tonight, hit that like, hit that subscribe. You know the script. And if you want to see a little more action at Nashville Super Speedway, tune in to GEC on Thursday, where our Cup Series is going to be racing. And this season, our Cup Series roster has gotten up near 40 drivers. So it's going to be a lot of door banging action in that one. I'm a little nervous. Haven't gotten any practice in yet. What about you guys?
No, I haven't had a chance yet. Been really busy. I'll probably get some in this weekend, though. Lots of it.
Well, weekend's a little too
This
late.
weekend. Yeah, it is. What day? I don't even know what day it is.
We got less than 48 hours to get some practice in.
Then I'll get practice in tomorrow. How about that?
All right, all right.
We'll just call it the weekend.
Yeah, we want to thank everybody for watching. This was another great race here at the THDesigns Truck Series, brought to you by Outlaw Performance and Laughing Llama Wraps. Take a look at our final finishing order. Here it was Michael Boyd, John Hammond, and well, I believe it's John is Jay Hammond. For some reason, John Hammond. Who's John Hammond? He's the main character in Jurassic Park. We'll have to double check if it's John or not. But so hey, that's your podium. Then Jay Monin, Landon Cano, Kyle Simmons, Chapman, Anthony, Como, and Aaron Yancey are your top 10. Then Abu Saeed, Wyville, Weaver, Scotty Yancey, Sellers, Gallman, Setzer, and Faria. That's your top 18. Then it's Sol Denny in 19th. Hayes, Kahn, McMillan, and Shelton. Gonna wrap out your 23 driver field here tonight with the THDesigns Truck Series. So I want to thank everybody for watching it again. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. We'll see you again next week after we see you on Thursday for the Cup Series action. Thanks for watching on GEC.
Sun's going down and the rig is on. iRacing is where I belong. Discord's lit and the drivers are here. This is GEC, there's no room for fear. Green flag drops and the engines roar. 40 cars and we all want more. Mash the gases, we're on the line. Forward and we're feeling fine. Drifting close in a slipstream dance, taking the corners in a high-speed trance. Try oval side by side in this GEC league, there's nowhere to White flag need a perfect lap. All gas, no brakes to close that gap. Checkered waves in the racing world. Another battle is over and done. Cheers to the booth, hope you like the show. Victory lane is all I know.